Welcome back, everybody. It's about 10 degrees outside, and we're not using a lot of heating in here. So, as you can see, I'm a little bit bundled up to keep myself warm for today. Welcome back to part three of the top 10 albums of 2016. Um, Thank you first off for watching the first two. I really appreciate it. My friend and I worked really hard on this and spent a lot of time discussing a lot of CDs. So thank you for at least listening and hearing what we have to say. Today we're going to go over albums 6 and 5, and these videos are going to be a little bit longer now since we are starting to get into the top five and know a lot more about our top five. So we're going to go more in depth. So today's is about, I want to say, 16 minutes, and I wouldn't be shocked if 4 and 5 are going to be at least 20 to 25 minutes. So thank you for watching. As always, you can like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to others. And also just let me know what you think about your top 10 albums of 2016 or CDs that you want me to listen to, or even your surprises or disappointments of the year. I read all your comments and look forward to seeing what you suggest. That part four will be coming out tomorrow, so look forward to that. And also, side note, this is about the time where my voice starts getting away a little bit. So if I do sound quieter, it's because of that. Just turn up your computer or put in headphones or something. Hopefully that will help out. I do apologize. I was working with the voice I had for that day. So until then, I will see you tomorrow for part four. Peace. So we're now at six.
Number six.
And as I was hinting before, my number six is Leonard Cohen's "You Want It Darker." So it's very interesting to compare both of them because, like, David Bowie had always had the flair for just being over the top, and with Leonard, he's always been like very reserved, at least from what I've heard. Like with the music that I've heard, that he's a very reserved and just like in your face kind of person. Like, I'm gonna be
reserved and in your face.
Sorry, let me rephrase. So what I mean by in your face, I mean like this is what he's gonna do, and like he's gonna be very simple. It's probably gonna be like a piano and him just saying what he needs to say, rather than like David Bowie, where there's a lot of different messages, and there's a lot of different visuals and all these things that you can interpret from his music, and you'll definitely hear it from "You Want It Darker." It's if David Bowie's was his way of saying goodbye, this was literally the way of him saying goodbye. I've read that he basically didn't have much left. He was living with his son, and what he would do is his son would bring the computer over to him, and he would just sing a couple of lines, whatever comes up, and then his son would help create the music behind him. So it's literally his last words.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and
interesting.
It's beautiful. It's so much more haunting than Black Star. So the title song "You Want It Darker" is basically about like. If I'm remembering correctly, it's like his time with being a star in the limelight, and like how like you want it darker. Eventually, like you get to a point where it's like you're bearing your whole entire soul, and you still want more. You still want more. You still want more.
Oh man, the feels.
And then like there's other songs about talking about his past loves, about how there's a song called "Traveling Light" where it's literally talking about he doesn't need much more because where he's going, he doesn't need anything. There's a song called "Treaty" where he's talking about he wishes he could, all the things that he could take back that he said to loved ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
This does sound like a powerfully dark album.
It's beautiful, and I won't ruin the end, but the end is definitely worth it.
It sounds like quite the journey. Interesting. Huh. I honestly had never heard of him before. So when I was looking through all the artists out there, yeah, interesting. That sounds like another one to like sit down and let like feel through it.
Yeah. The second to last song actually. I can't remember every single line, but like the chorus is like he's talking about how things change over the years, and it's like day by day, month by month,
Huh.
year by year.
Ooh.
And like the thing that makes this even more powerful is it's his he just has a gravelly voice. It's like him narrating the last parts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. So I mean, you can almost say it's like songwriter style, just
Yeah.
like very much. Well, the way you said that, the way he records it is just put the laptop up, say a few words, speak easy. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna check that one out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my number 6. You know him. You probably hate him, but you love him at the same time. It's Mr. West, Mr. Kanye West for The Life of Pablo. This album, man, you know, when I first heard this album, I was like very meh about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's almost the idea that Kanye was going for, because the way he released this album was in a sense of this is going to be a work in progress album, which in my personal opinion didn't work, but yet here I am putting on my number 6, so I guess it kind of worked. Because like I said, when I first listened to it, I was like, this is, I'd rather listen to like College Dropout or Graduation or something else.
Just as long as it's not Yeezus.
Yeah, oh gosh.
Did I say something?
Yeezus is quite the album. But yeah, so with Life of Pablo, it's Kanye, so everything's a little far out there, but you're right to the point where it's not like Yeezus where he's like literally yelling at his fans, being like, I know I'm the man, I'm the freaking best. This is him just, you know, owning up to that, but not like shoving it down your throat.
Right.
And probably one of the best songs on this album, it's not actually, but it's Frank's song. Just because, man, Frank Ocean.
What about I like the old Kanye.
Oh man, Kanye Love, dude, so funny. I think he was on SNL one time, or he did an SNL skit, and he did that to one of the actors of SNL, and it was so funny. But that's the thing with Kanye, man. It's like, at first you can kind of laugh at his stuff, but then you're like, wow, this guy is really just like, he doesn't give a fuck what you think, and he'll pour his heart out and just not give a crap. And then after you listen through his music a bunch of times, you're like, wow, this dude's got it.
Yeah.
And the beats that he throws out there, man, they're solid. If you really want me to pick a solid song from there, Ultralight Beam.
Yes. Yep.
That's such a great start to the album. That's the first song off the album, so it really sets the tone, which is interesting because it's one of the more, I think, gospel kind of like songs.
Definitely.
And of course he gets a little more grungier later on, but yeah, Life of Pablo, man.
Yeah, I really like it. I think the problem that I had is just there's a lot of fragments. It feels like there's a lot of fragments and not a lot of songs.
To the point of where like he kept saying like this is a work in progress album, so I guess you can see the cuts through it,
and especially because of how great Ultralight Beam is, and then it feels like there's 4 or 5 songs that are like 2 minutes long or like a minute long, and then like it's not until like Waves that it like gets back into like very
well again that's another very more like kind of gospel album or gospel song.
But like Wolves is great. I like it. I love it much better than Yeezus. I personally could not stand that one after what happened with.
It was a hard album. It was
compared, especially because of my Dark, Beautiful, Twisted Fantasy.
Oh yeah, well,
right before
that's a really hard album to top.
Yeah, exactly.
In general,
it's a great album. I would say if you've never listened to it, do know that it is a work in progress. Know that it is a lot of fragments in there, but there is also a lot of great stuff.
Check out those music videos too for what he's got out there. I
haven't seen the music videos.
Oh, there's some cool stuff. Faded, check it. It's interesting. I think he showed that during some award show. That was interesting. When they gave Kanye like, we're gonna give Kanye like 5 minutes just to talk, and that's what he showed him. Hey, I'm here. I'm just gonna talk to you guys.
Right.
And that's what Kanye does. He'll spit some really good shit and then just rant.
Okay.
Rant away.
Now that we're talking about that real quick, the one song that bothers me the most is 30 Hours. because like it's a 6-minute song, but halfway through he just starts talking.
It's true. But I like the song.
I like the
It's a
song
great
up until
song.
that, and he's talking about how he's going to do a bonus track when it's in the middle of the CD.
Work in progress, man.
Yeah.
Work in progress. All right.
All right, now we're in the top 5
Top
now.
5.
Yeah, top 5. So this is going to be a little bit more metal now for the top 5. So my number 5 is Dust by Tremonti. So if you don't know the name, you might have heard of 2 bands that he's been in. So he right now is in a band called Alter Bridge, which is a band that was formed after people left Creed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
oh my God.
Yes. So Alter Bridge is basically the same band as Creed, except for one person.
Whoa.
Scott Strapp is not the lead singer anymore. It's now Miles Kennedy.
I now see why this is in your top 5.
Exactly. But no, I've always had I've always been a huge fan of Tremonti because he's a fantastic guitarist. You could never see it in Creed, but once Alter Bridge came around, he just like tore it up. I got to see Alter Bridge in concert with Disturbed and Breaking Benjamin during the summer.
Oh, all right. They're a cool group.
Yeah.
Both of them are.
As
Disturbed's a little heavy. Breaking Benjamin, I've listened to a good amount of.
My angsty teen side.
Yeah, honestly though.
But he's an amazing guitarist, and he started doing a little bit of his own solo work around 2012. He had 2 CDs first, All I Was, and last year's Cauterize. And then this year he came out with Dust, which Cauterize was fantastic, and I was wondering if you can even top what he did, and it's even better. Like it's not the most amazing it's not the most amazing like prog rock metal kind of thing where it's like all out there and stuff like that, but it's a very, very solid metal album that I have listened to probably at least 10 or 12 times so far. And it's just, there's so much that he brings to it that differs from like a lot, say like a Metallica or say a Megadeth.
Yeah.
Where like it's a little bit more sophisticated than the
Sophisticated metal.
Sophisticated.
You're gonna listen to metal with a glass of wine.
Exactly. A little bit of brandy. Sit right next to the fireplace and draw some metal. There's a lot of great songs. I would say Dust is probably the best song on the album, but there's also Betray Me. There's My Last Mistake, which just like starts just like from the word go 0 to 60 just in like 2 seconds, and it's just like hell fucking yeah. So
such as metal.
If you love that type of music, you're gonna love this CD, and check out some more of his stuff as well as Alter Bridge. You don't necessarily need to do Creed, but
yes,
but,
you do.
Yes.
You need to do Creed.
you need to do every single Creed now.
Please,
yes.
All of the Creed. Man, I'm gonna listen to some Creed after this. All right, solid. I guess before I get to my number 5, when it comes to metal music, like I said, I've listened to Breaking Benjamin, Teen Angst. I think I got into Breaking Benjamin because they had a song in like Halo 2.
Oh yeah, I think it's.
I think they helped write
the strongest
will
survive.
And so like then I started exploring Breaking Benjamin. That's when I had my angsty moments. Then there's also good old System of a Down.
They're coming back together.
No way.
They're coming back together.
What's the main artist that went off to do his own single stuff?
Yeah,
I know it's like Serge
Karian or something.
Serge something. Oh man.
Again, we're really prepared for this.
Serge. Okay, yeah. So that's my little metal knowledge. All right, my number 5. Childish Gambino, Awaken My Love.
Yes.
Oh, this was such a left fielder for Donald Glover. Oh, man.
I started listening to it, I was like, where's the rap? I don't hear it.
Yeah, it's funny because I recommended this album to obviously everybody, and one of my brothers, when he listened to it, he's like, I didn't like it, there was no rap. I'm like, that's the whole point. This album, Childish Gambino, all of his past music has been rap-based, which is also really great music. Like, Camp, friggin' great. Very hard style album. That's just... And then I just think who Donald Glover is. Friggin' does everything for the show Atlanta. Was in Community with Dan Harmon. Like, oh man, this guy is...
so talented.
I think he's only 30. He's in his 30s.
He does his own stand-up.
Yep, dude, he's all around amazing. So what was really great about Awaken My Love is that it brought back a lot of '70s funk. Again, another style to a Tribe Called Quest's a testament is that a style of music that you don't hear much anymore.
Right.
So I think I can understand why people might have been like, "What is this? I don't get it." Listen through it, man. I'll tell you right now, just like. This, I think, even on for his album, if you were to purchase it, or I think he sells virtual album.
Really?
Yeah, I think he does a virtual reality album, and on the backside, I remember reading it. It says he like shows you where to position the speakers, where to position your chair in front of like a backyard window or just a window that looks out at nature, and then there's a little asterisk that says like, smoking marijuana will make this album better, but it's not required. But let me tell you something.
Right.
You get in a room or go out to the nature world. You smoke a good one, and this album will take you to another place. This will take you on a journey, man. Similar to Bon Iver's album. Yeah. Like, this is just a journey album. But what's also really great about it is that you don't have to listen to the entire thing. You can pick and choose whatever you want. Songs like, Redbone, yes. Woo! But like, Boogeyman, Zombies, like, so different. Riot, California, like, people would listen to California and be like, this song is so way out there, but like it still mixes in with everything. And yeah, this was phenomenal. Really, really great to hear him take a new approach. And I was reading up about him that he was inspired by this kind of music because his dad showed him a lot of the 70s funk music. So like every single song is in relation to any kind of 70s album or 70s funk song that his dad showed him. Solid choice.
I will say, going back to California for a second, like I would say that is the one that doesn't necessarily really fit into it all.
Correct.
And to me, that it just kind of feels out of place, especially when he's like, "You want the moon and get
But again, like that's like what funk is, man. Right. Like it's like scatting, riffing. Like you don't get that. And this dude, he's just up in his falsetto, high register for long periods of time.
And he's not faking it. Like,
no.
It sounds like a lot of it is just like him auto-tuning or stuff like that. There's SNL. Yep. There's an SNL performance of Redbone. Yep. Which was, it's a little bit flatter, but it's still, he has an amazing range.
He just does it.
You just don't see. Like,
and you wouldn't expect that from Childish Gambino.
Especially because like his last like main album was Because of the Internet.
Right, which is, again, very rap-based.
Very dark, very rap-based, and it's like that.
But you can tell, right. And what's interesting though, you can see that progression because the Internet, like in any of his albums, there are periods where he's not rapping, he is singing.
But not like that.
Not like this.
Yeah.
So it's really great to see him really embrace his voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
solid.
Warning, flashing red lights. If you're going to listen to this album, don't expect rap. I don't think there's any sort of rap on the CD. So don't sit there and be like, oh no, it sounds horrible because it's not rap. We warned you.
Expect funk.
Exactly.
70s
and a whole lot of funk.
And if you don't like it the first time, smoke a J, and then let's do it again and come back to me.